Before we continue the video, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mudahar, or Some Ordinary Gamer, for putting this situation of Feature Man more into the light. He goes more in depth into this situation and just exposes this man for the heinous things that he's done. And I'll leave the link down into the description to his video. He goes into way more in depth than I do. And yeah, at that point, let's get into the video. Guilty as charged. Thomas Willett, the name of Feature Man, that's his name, is pictured during his last hours of freedom, Wednesday, as he entered district court for the conclusion of his trial on 3 charges stemming from homosexual assault on a resident of Child Haven. Willett was convicted. His bail was revoked, and he was jailed. A district court jury of 6 men and 6 women deliberated less than an hour Wednesday before finding a former Unveiled Court volunteer worker guilty of 3 charges of infamous crime against nature, stemming from homosexual assault on a 14-year-old resident of Child Haven. District Judge J. Charles Thompson scheduled sentence of Thomas Willett, 38, of 1501 Nombrador Street, January 26, revoked the bail upon which he had been free and ordered him held in Park County Jail until his sentencing. Infamous crimes against nature is a charge carrying a mandatory life prison sentence. However, a judge can suspend that sentence and place a guilty party on probation if he wants. Willett presented no defense in his 2-day trial. He never even testified. His victim of a youth, who was now 18 years old, said Willett assaulted him on 3 occasions in November and December of 1973. As a volunteer worker, Willett had the authority to check boys in and out of Child Haven. The youth, who said he had been placed in Child Haven because of his parents neglected him, testified Willett assaulted him once in the cabin, once at the drive-in movies, and once at Willett's home. Sorry if I Sorry if I misread some letters. This thing is really hard to read. Sorry about that. I mean, that's kind of like the main thing about it. You know, he sexually assaulted a minor. You know, he molested a child, a 14-year-old. And at that time of that trial, whenever that happened, it was like years later. It was whenever he turned 18, so 4 years practically. This is his response.
He had any sort of sexual contact with anyone other than a man and a woman who were married to each other. Anything else was considered an infamous crime against nature. And without getting into details, I will say that there was a trial, and the witness against me, and he was over 18 years of age.
Now, just to give you guys a perspective, he said he was over 18 years of age. He's basically making this thing lighter than whatever it is. And I don't know, it gets me mad. It's like he's trying to make himself look like the victim. He's trying to make himself look like a better person than whatever he actually is. You know, at the end of the day, he molested a child, not just one child, two children. And if you guys want to learn more, please go watch Mudahar's video. He goes more in depth into the situation. But really, I don't know. It just really gets me mad. You know, they're hurting a child for their own sexual desires. That's basically what it is. That's what they're doing. You know, and that guy has to live with that for the rest of his life. You know, until now, like his age is right now. He has to live with that for the rest of his life. Like that, like running through his head, like PTSD, stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. It's like traumatizing. You know what I mean? So this guy's just heinous. He's a bad guy. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, please go watch Mudahar's video. He goes way more in depth than I do. Please really go watch it. Anyways, I'll talk to you later.